For those of you that I've not met, I'm Moyne Shire's very first Arts and Culture Officer, Beck Helms. It's really fabulous to be working with Regional Arts Victoria this evening to bring this event to you all. Over the past 12 months, I've been busy working on rolling out and delivering our new strategy that was adopted by Council last year. And one of the things that we've been doing is loop creative catch-ups. So it's been an informal get-together for the creative community, meeting in different places, and tonight's an extension of that. So thank you, Stacey, and also to our partners, Fletcher Jones Family Foundations, that have helped to bring this together with funding, as well as Moyne Shire Council. Some of the things that I've been working on, I'll just give you a bit of a rundown while I've got the stage, as part of the strategy. Not only is the Loop Creative Catch-Ups, but we've also launched our Creative Change Grants, and this evening we've got Shelley Noel-Miller sitting in the corner here, who was one of the recipients. Shelley has used the funding to diversify her practice, and this evening she's doing some graphic recording. So as we've got people up speaking, Shelley's going to be recording that graphically for us. The other thing that I'm really excited to say that we've just launched last week is our Creative Residency Program, which is access to underutilised council spaces across areas of Moyne. It's a non-residential program, but it's providing no-cost access to those spaces. The expression of interest process closes on the 19th of April. The information is all on our website, so please jump on board. Everyone's told us that they need space to create. Well, we're giving it to you. I'd also like to acknowledge our other creatives in the room this evening. Justin from I Explain It, who is videographing our event. We did have a photographer, but I sent the wrong dates on the email. Never mind. And I'd also like to acknowledge our Deputy Mayor, Councillor Myra Murray, that's here with us this evening, and also our Mayor, Councillor Jordan Lockett, who I'm going to invite up to say a couple of words.
Thanks, Nick. It's loud. I like it. In a room full of creatives, it'd be rude not to. Thank you, Beck. That's amazing. I'm proud to be a councillor and proud to be a mayor of Moyne, because I think it's coming a long way. And the great Andy was saying about dinosaurs before. There's definitely been a few T-Rexes rolling around Moyne over the years, but I think with 4 women, the majority of councillors in Moyne now. Can we get around that, please? That's huge. Historically, Moyne has had 1 female councillor at a time, and there's 4 now. So it's, it's come a long way, and it's going a long way. And as you said before, Beck, the first time we've had an it's like, oh, come on, we're getting there. And I think the use of, there's plenty of unutilised spaces. Like when you said it before, I hear it again, I'm like, let's get a punk band in the chamber. Like the Mortlake chamber sits there, get a death metal band in the Mortlake chamber, or, the possibilities are endless. And I think that's what creative people do. Merleau-Ponty, the great French philosopher, has this thing about an arc of intention. And what's meant by that is, your imagination's as wild and as endless as you want it to be. And if our arc of creativity is like, yep, gonna do that, can do that. If we look up and go over the horizon, often council speak, there's strategic direction, obviously this language around. But creatives in this room, you see that feel that energy tonight. The possibilities literally are endless with creativity, and that's what I think, as Andy said before, we're in a really tricky, weird, shit situation globally at the moment. Not just with oil and wars and things like that, with AI, and in terms of creative people going, oh, hang on, check out what I just did, Mum, and someone's, made this image, and you're like, do you know how much water and power is being consumed to, create some, don't get me wrong, there's some opportunities there, but in terms of creativity, this is a really tricky time for, artists or musicians. It's like, oh, just made this song of, mixed Jolene with, Latin jazz or whatever, and it's like AI. And so I think there's never been a phone usage. I work in mental health, I have for 10 years, in terms of screen time and things like that with our youth, where it's, deeply engrossed in social media and things like that. In terms of nights like tonight, where we come and, imagine on Friday night, you're like, oh, I'm knackered, I've had a big week. I talk to people, and creative types are like, oh, my social batteries are low, and then you get here and go, oh, wow, there's heaps of cool creative people. And you're like, oh, this is actually really fun. So I'm sure creatives, we have that, that need to create, to hang out, to be social and share ideas, but sometimes it can be really challenging. It's like, actually, on Friday night, it's hard. So encourage you to have that dialogue. It says on there to speak to people that you haven't spoken to before. You might meet someone and go, wow, you like lasers and pianos too? Sick! Let's hang out. Let's be weird together. Like Dave Grohl talks about flying your freak flag high. And I love that. Don't get me wrong, Dave Grohl's been naughty for a couple of years. He's in the scene, and fair enough, he should be. But flying your freak flag high. I often say, Myra and I talk about embracing our weirdness. It was in my wedding vows with Yelena. It was about, I mean weird and freak in a great way. Creatives, tell me someone who's normal. I don't think there's anyone that's normal. I never liked the term normal. I like being weird. I like being different. Let's celebrate the difference tonight, and that's what we're talking about with partnerships and being creative, and there's a lovely partnership there. Give it up for Mav. Thank you, Stacey, for what you do. And I want to do a big, Andy, it's so beautiful to hear your voice and your stories, and for sharing, and they're not called the Fighting Gundi tomorrow mob for no reason, eh? 4 or 5 heart attacks, 7 times down, 8 times up, brother. We thank you for sharing always your passion and your story, and your culture and your language. And check out Andy's music if you haven't before, because you would have heard before how beautiful his voice and his story is, and his courage to keep sharing that with us. Thank you. Thank you. Keep sharing and talking. Thanks, Daisy.
Thank you so much. What a kick off. I'm all about flying that freak flag high, and I'm in a room full of you. It sounds like you're all ready to share your freak flag too.